So Saturn Cazimi is at 4 degrees of Aries, March 25th, 4:54 a.m. Eastern Time. And Saturn represents maturity, responsibility, time. Is a like ruler of time. That's a very, very different signature than that Neptune Cazimi. So of course, same thing is happening here. It means that the sun has moved away. So Neptune is still basically, it's hovering in and around 1 and 2 degrees because it's very slow. So it's essentially still in the same spot. Then the sun is still moving because it's got to move through for Aries season. So it's going to keep going. And it gets to 4 degrees. So now it's moved a few degrees away. And Saturn was already ahead because Saturn moves faster than Neptune. It's going to be in this sign for another 2 years. So both of those planets have now started to leave Neptune in the dust. Not fully, because they're not that far away. They're still within an orb, but they're starting to really separate from Neptune. And then they link up. It's really the sun meets Saturn because Saturn is already there. So the sun reaches Saturn, which has started to move away from Neptune. They link up at that 4 degree. In that conjunction, when Saturn is in the heart of the sun, that's what Cazimi means. And this fusion of energy signals a recalibration. We are recommitting. We are reinvigorated, emboldened to do the things that we know we need to do, that are important, that are going to support us in the long term, that are going to allow us to set boundaries, structure. And that's really what a Saturn Cazimi is going to do. So again, very, very different energy. Neptune Cazimi is like, wow, I'm feeling inspired and my intuition is activated and I have all these ideas and things coming in and I'm shifting my perspective. It's up here. It's like in the clouds. It's a very, very different high vibrational energy. Saturn is super, super grounded, serious, focused. So these are going to feel very different from each other. And of course, they'll be a few days apart, so you can tell how distinct the qualities are from one another. Saturn has been in Aries since February 13th. I have multiple videos on this, especially as someone who has a natal Saturn in Pisces. I was waiting for that day, had it marked in my calendar, was so excited. Yay, Saturn's moving out. My Saturn return is over. So it's been there since February 13th. So a few weeks less time, just like 2 weeks less time than Neptune has been in Aries. But as I mentioned before, because it moves faster, it got there later, but then it's moved past Neptune and is now several degrees deeper into the sign. So when we're thinking about this type of Cazimi happening specifically in the cardinal fire sign, this makes it a really great day if you want to hard launch something, some sort of a project, if you want to just start working on a project. So you don't even have to launch it. You can. Great day to launch, get it out there. You're like, I'm committing publicly to this. This is a new thing I'm doing. Great day for that. Just declaring your commitment to something, reaffirming or, recommitting to something. It also could be great for, maybe it depends on the area of life, but like, because Aries is a very active sign, it's like maybe your fitness routine has kind of fallen off. This is a great day. Like you could go to the gym or work out and you're recommitting on that day because it's sun, life force, and then Aries very active. So this could be a good opportunity. We're like, I'm going to now recommit to this goal. And it could be one that is a fitness goal or just something that is active in nature that you are pushing forward as an independent person. But in general, whatever that project or initiative is, you're starting it, you're recommitting to it. It also can be one that you are wanting to make sure lasts. So maybe it's a project that you know you're going to have to work on for a long time. It's something that you have to dedicate many months, years to. But Saturn is a slow burn. Saturn's like, let's just do something on a consistent basis. Let's keep moving this forward, keep building it. So it's laying the foundation. Saturn wants to set a foundation and Aries wants to just go. So that's the overall dynamic that we're dealing with Saturn in this sign is Aries wants to go quick. Saturn wants to go slow, very intentionally. So with the sun there, it's amplifying a bit of that dynamic, but it's encouraging us. So we're feeling inspired, like, yeah, I am going to do that thing. I'm going to have that boost to start that initiative now, even if it looks hard, even if it seems difficult or complex, like I can do it. So there's a bit of a confidence push, which is wonderful. And then it's just, we're dedicating ourselves. So we are rededicating. So if this Cazimi is happening in your 8th house, then this is about your mental health. This is about transformation. Wow, you could be recommitting to transforming and to growing. It's happening in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. Yeah, I'm going to be a brand new person. I'm going to push myself, my growth edges. I'm going to evolve. But again, not without constraint because it's a Saturn. So it's like really, really aligned. It's like I'm going to grow in a way to make that last. I'm not growing just to grow. I'm growing because that, like, it's part of my path. It's part of my my mission, my focus, my intention to grow, to evolve in this way. To maybe you could it could be illuminated. You could realize things that are holding you back from growing. That's also an option. And so you're realizing on that day, you know what? That's the death piece, death and rebirth. You could realize, yeah, that's not serving me. That's got to go. That could be something that could come in on that day that picks up on some of those 8th house themes. Also could be related to money, mental health or not. Um, Things that you're receiving, talking with people about, developing structures for steadily growing your money over time, or reinvesting your money, or, thinking about where investments are or what your inheritance is, things like that. So you could be just taking a serious look at all of that, and then just being very clear-minded about what's going on and understanding it. So lots of different options for the 8th house. And it's something that you could plan ahead for, to know what are certain things that you just want to work on, and then harness the energy of that day. And then 12th house, yeah. So if you have 12th house, so again, Jackie, because you're having this double whammy of the Neptune Cazimi is there, and then the Saturn Cazimi is there, then you want to keep that in mind, to know you had dreams and ideas that came through, vision that came through for the Neptune Cazimi. And then a few days later, you could put some of them into action. You could say, well, now Saturn is going to think about those same things and go, okay, well, what actually made sense from that? If I look at that really with a critical eye, what could I do about that? This could be a day where you learn the how, and then you could start the implementation process. So that's definitely an option. And really, for anybody else where you have both of them happening, you could have the ideas coming through for Neptune, and then you start to work on the implementation. You start to commit to it on the Saturn Cazimi day. So same thing, Whitney, same thing for you. The ideas, the creativity, the expression, the dreams, where and how you could play and grow and get in touch with, pleasure and just like enjoyment of life. Saturn is serious, but it's like, all right, let's put some structure in place. I gotta schedule some time to have fun. I gotta set my goal of, like, I want to work towards this fun thing. Like, it could be that you are like, I'm gonna commit to, like, learning an instrument or something, or like doing some sort of, creative hobby or something that you're going to have to dedicate yourself to over time, but that will activate pleasure and joy, and that you'll then be able to reach whatever that vision is. Um, but yeah, going back to 12th house, again, it could be that if you were doing that journaling prompt that I mentioned before, then now you could say, okay, well, what actionably, like, can I do about that? For that healing work. What are those friendships? What's your vision of community? Do you want to build a community? Saturn could say, you know what? This is the vision that I have. This is the friend group that I want. This is the platform that I want created. This is the type of people that I want to be connected to grow with, to expand with, to connect to spirituality and intuition and understanding and compassion and all of that. And then Saturn comes in and is like, you know what? I can build that, or I can put in consistent effort to try to find those people. I'm going to commit to networking, to signing up for classes or mixers or events or going out and doing things on a regular basis that will allow me to find those people that I want to connect with.